Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? How are you? Hopefully, everyone is having a great week so far. I wanted to hop on really quick and talk about overcoming shame in your finances. For those who do not know me, my name is Janae Wynn. I'm a personal finance strategist and CEO of Financial Healing for Women. I help women drop financial shame and reach their financial goals one step at a time because that is what it takes to see success on this journey. It's not an overnight journey. This is a journey that takes time. So that's what I do. But I wanted to come on really quick because something has been heavily on my heart. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about it. And that is overcoming shame. Overcoming shame. I posted something the other day on, hi, Hudson. Hey y'all. Oh, before I hop right into it, type live if you're watching live right now. If you happen to catch this wherever you are in the world later, type replay in the comments. Let me know that you're watching with me. A lot of you hop on and watch later. So make sure that you type replay if you catch this later. So the other day, I posted on my story that deep down, I'm talking to my ladies out there. Deep down, I don't think that there is a single woman in the world that doesn't want to be in a better place financially. And then I said, most women are too ashamed, right, to take a step forward because they feel like they should be in a better place already, right? They shouldn't be struggling financially, or they should know how to budget. They should know how to get themselves out of the hole that they're in. They should be in a better place right now. And that deep down, they really feel like they they really don't believe actually that they deserve it. Hey y'all, I see you on talking about overcoming financial shame. I'm gonna give you some keys. Um, but that is how I really feel. And I feel that way because I talk to a lot of women on a daily basis. I have a program. And so some of the people in my program, these are things that they have struggled with and things that they're starting to overcome. But I just wanted to give you a couple of things about shame, right? I want to give you a couple of things about shame. Shame, when it comes to shame in your finances or shame in any area of your life, it does two things. Number one, it constantly nags you. It constantly nags you or nags at you about your past actions, your decisions, and all the things that you've done, but it does it in the subconscious part of your brain, right? In the subconscious part of your brain. Meaning, if you made a mistake, maybe you let somebody, you co-signed a car for somebody, they didn't pay the car off, it's left with you. Whatever decisions that you made that weren't necessarily smart, right? And shame comes to you and says that and embeds those things in your brain. So you begin to say things like, man, that's too expensive. Oh, I'll never pay that off. Oh, I wish I could have that. Oh, I'm going to be in this situation forever. I'm never going to be able to pay off this debt. Let me just get one that's cheaper. Things like that are things that the shame that has set in our brain comes, and that's how we basically we are relaying that, right? So we start to say that, talk about that, and that's because deep down inside we feel ashamed, right? And then, secondly, what it does is shame pulls you to make decisions that don't necessarily serve you, but better yet, it serves shame. It wants you to continuously live there, be there, right? Live in the shamefulness, right? It's like feeding a monster, right? And it's very self-sabotaging. That's why when I'm dealing with somebody that has a lot of shame and they say negative things to themselves, I know that it's because they're ashamed, right? They're dealing with some self-sabotaging things. And you're not probably doing this on purpose. You're not doing this on purpose. It's because it's subconscious. It's things that you've seen, you've done, that you've been taught, right? And it comes out in different ways, like paying half a bill, renewing a loan so you can get extra money, leasing new cars over and over because of the feeling that it gives you. Those things are all different things that are self-sabotaging. Wanting to keep up with your neighbor when you see that they got a new car or something like that. Things like that are effects of shame, right? So the two things that shame does, again, is it constantly nags you about your past actions and decisions in the subconscious part of your brain. And then, secondly, it pulls you to make decisions that do not serve you. Better yet, it serves it. Okay. And so when I put that in the stories, when I proposed my opinion, some other women had some opinions, and also type a one in the chat if that resonates with you. If you feel like you're constantly nagged about your past actions, things always come up, in your brain, you feel shameful. Um, type a one in the chat. I don't subscribe to shame, so don't be ashamed to just throw it out there. And I got some pretty interesting perspectives when I put that on my story, and I want to read it to you if I can find what I put. Somebody put, I feel like women are also in the waiting phase. Type of one in the chat if this resonates with you. Like the expectation that a man will come along and assist them in getting to where they need or want to be. The mindset could be, if I get it together before I meet my husband, he may not want me because it looks like I already have it together. What? Okay. Um, or that I've been waiting this long. When he does come, I can get it together. So basically saying, hey, if I look like I got it all together, then I may not get a husband, right? Or when the husband does come along, then he can be the one to help me get it all together. Now, I've done previous lives about my relationship with my husband and like why I decided to be debt free. One big thing is that I didn't want him to have to carry on my burden. So, I mean, I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about that. Let me see if I can see comments because right now I can't. So, comment below your thoughts, your feelings about what I just said. I'm going to try to find it because I'm on so many different platforms. Somebody put does, and I don't know who you are. So tell me what you does. But what's your opinion on that? Right? I never, this has layers. And I told the person that actually proposed this opinion that I would want to go live with her on this because that has many layers, right? That's a mindset issue of the woman and not feeling worthy and not feeling like FOMO, fear of missing out on something good, when really the standpoint of you take care of you, right? And whoever is supposed to come, he's going to be ready for you. And you doing what you did in your journey is an asset to him and not a liability. And if he's smart, he'll understand and know that. Period. That's all I got to say about that. And then someone else also gave their opinion, which I love. She said, I think that this is spot on. I also believe that women who are wives and married carry the guilt when they take time to focus on things other than their home, husband, and kids. A lot of women have also been conditioned to believe that men should be concerned about finances only, when ultimately we share the weight of our households and want to help them more. Super key. In a marriage, women have to know, you have to know a little bit, right? You are a piece of the pie. You are a piece of the puzzle. You help them make decisions. Without you having a good understanding, then it leaves them to have to do it all on their own or feel like they have to do it all on their own. And that's a burden. And you are a helpmeet. And I love what else she says. She said, we were built to be wives and mothers, but we're also created to be helpmeets, which I just said, which opens the door to helping much more. Most of the time, women lose their identity when they become wives and mothers, when I don't believe it's supposed to be that way. And I love that she said this because it's not supposed to be that way, right? When God talks about a Proverbs 31 woman, he says a lot of things about her. Caregivers and being a helpmeet is one of them, but he also calls her, in hindsight, in my own words, a boss. She gets up early. She has employees. She's telling them what to do, where to go, all of that. She buys a field. She inspects it. She inspects a field and she buys it. Like, that's, in hindsight, a Proverbs 31 woman. And it's not just caring for your children and your husband. That's a part of it. But she's so much more than that. She's so much more than that. And she's a part of the freedom that and the abundance that God wants to create in our lives. Like, she's a key part in that, whether she's single and trying to get her stuff together on her own before her husband comes, or she's married. She has a really big responsibility. But in order to see and understand all of that, shame is one of the things that stops the woman from seeing those things. I'm trying to click off of this, but it will not let me click. Shame is one of those things that just eats at us. And I know because I've had several times in my life where I've been ashamed, especially with my finances, especially in the beginning of my season when I was paying off debt. So huge, huge, huge. And I just really wanted to come on there and talk about that because, gosh, it's just something that eats away at women and they don't really realize it or don't understand what's really happening to them. And so I am coming to dismantle this. The shame that you feel is just a mixture of things that's happened over time that your brain is calling fact, but it's not really a fact. It's just things that happen. So also I wanted to come on and tell y'all that the Freedom Experience is happening on June 11th. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so excited. I have some Freedom friends that are coming to the Freedom Experience that are sharing with you even more value. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait. June the 11th, 9 to 5 p.m. A few things that I wanted to make sure that you guys know when you sign up for the Freedom Experience. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me tell you what it is. If you don't know, it's a one-day all-inclusive financial workshop that are giving you the tools to get out of debt and usher you towards a lifestyle of freedom. Freedom. We're talking all things freedom. So when we're not just doing things, I'm actually giving you the tools so that you can implement that day. And then I have some Freedom friends coming in that's really going to set it off. I mean, it's going to be great. But when you sign up for the Freedom Experience, you get access to the replay, right? When you get a full ticket, you're going to get access to the replay. You have a private brunch that is going to be catered by Karis Cooks. Amazing. I cannot wait. And then immediately when you sign up, you get access to the Boost Your Credit Game challenge. So if credit is something that you have been struggling with, which everybody always tells me, Janae, how do I get my credit up? How do I do this? How do I get my credit up? You're getting the Boost Your Credit Game challenge. That challenge is only available now to my Abundant Living Coaching Program clients. And so I'm giving you access to it when you book your ticket to the Freedom Experience. I actually haven't been saying that, but if you go to the website, you'll see it. But this is all around going to be an experience. This isn't just a workshop. Gosh, I wish I could put it into words, but I really do know that when you step into the room and when you leave the room, you're going to be different. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to have tools to be free, not just debt, but I mean, all things relate in relations to debt and to set yourself up for success in the future. And so it's going to be amazing. Like literally amazing. And I cannot wait. We just have a week, a little bit over a week before it starts. So if you have not gotten saved your spots are limited. I also have a virtual option as well. If you are out of state and you still want to come, you can come virtually. So you'll go to www www.thefreedomexp.com. Go ahead and lock in your seat so that you can be there in attendance or virtually. And you can go to that same website to get your tickets virtually as well. So www.thefreedomexp.com. I'm so excited because it's going to be great. It already is great, but it's going to be great. So, anywho, love y'all. Thanks for hopping on. Reach out if you have any questions or anything. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.